you guys are coming back now into the Philippines. So you guys haven't been able to come for 2 years. You think there's not going to be people that pulled the scams before on higher alert? This is a warning. This is the most dangerous scam in the Philippines. When you're out here, everything is safe. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not saying the Philippines is not safe. I'm saying you need to watch out for this one thing, because this one thing you definitely don't want to happen. Let's get right into it. Welcome back. Welcome to the Philippines. So today we're gonna get into it. Now, you hear so many different things about the Philippines, and you hear from different expats, but this here is really the only thing you need to worry about. It's not a Filipino doing you wrong. I mean, think about it, guys. Filipino does you wrong, you're still living, right? You're still living, you're still alive. But you do not want to bump into this scam here, and I'll tell you why, okay? This scam here can leave you somewhere on the side of a road, dead, if they want to take it that far. And it's a scam involved in where it's like this usually will happen in a bar, right? But this is not just a bar situation. This is a situation where you get approached out here, right? You get approached by a family, okay? You get approached by an elderly person. They try to get close to you, okay? Now, this is the thing. As a foreigner over here, you're naturally gonna be a natural helper. You see a person in need, or you see the people, they're very friendly, talk to them, yes. But don't get too involved, okay? You get too involved, you go somewhere with someone, you find yourself in danger. Now this is why it's easy for that to happen, okay? Because you're being a foreigner that's too nice, okay? And then the Filipinos are nice naturally, to where it's gonna be easier to pull the scam off. So you definitely wanna make sure that you are not over trusting, because it can happen and you never know. This will be your unlucky day. So let's get right into it, guys. Be sure to pay attention to this video, or it could be the last video you ever watched.
You serious?
No, I'm joking, but let's get right into it. This here is a crazy scam, okay? It hasn't happened in a while, and the reason why it hasn't happened in a while, I'm not sure. See, you wouldn't know if it happened, because you guys just wouldn't know. I mean, it could have happened while the Philippines was locked down, but I'm sure it didn't. But now that the Philippines is open, you need to be aware. So let me read this, guys. This here says, don't mean to alarm anyone, but just be aware that there is a syndicate in the Philippines that operate as a couple or family. They make friends with tourists inside a jeepney near the museum, other spots, and then they show you photos of their children and grandchildren. They treat you to lunch, and they're so warm, nice, and they're able to convince tourists to go to their house or an out-of-town trip. I don't know why anyone would do that, but anyway, it says they have a little party and then give you a drink laced with Ativan. Next thing you know, you're all alone in the room the next day, completely disoriented and with your valuables missing. A friend of mine was victimized last year. They left her camera with her, but erased all the incriminating photos. Thanks to a software program, the photos were recovered, and this helped her embassy and the local police in their investigation. Some members of the syndicate were arrested last year, but since I heard of others who experienced the scam recently, I thought it's best to revive this warning. So this actually was on the travel advisor, guys. A lot of guys go, no, that's not gonna happen to me. I'm fine. That guy was dumb. He didn't realize until you get here, and then you see how welcoming Filipinos are, it can happen. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna definitely happen to you, okay? This is a very safe place, the Philippines, but you never know. You never know. And even here, the guy says here, he said, no tourists should ever accept an invitation to go to a home for a game of poker either. Invariably, the tourist loses. That's when things can turn nasty. And it's true, and Filipinos will do that. Filipinos are so welcoming. Hey, come over for a game of poker. I remember when I first moved out here, right, guys? It was some guys, they were from my block. They were cool though. It was different. Didn't have to worry about being in some sort of danger with them. You know, I remember they would invite me for drinks. You know what happened, guys? I never met with them for drinks. Not that they were gonna do something wrong to me. Still, you never know. Imagine I'm drinking with these guys, right? He asked me for money to go get some more beer. I'm not a pushover naturally. Things go left. Now, I'm over there by myself. I don't know anyone, okay? There's 10 guys around me. They surround me. I get drunk I'm already drunk out of my mind. You never know what could happen. No, still you want to make sure, and it's not the fact that I never ever hung out with a Filipino. I have. But the way he came, I remember one time the guy was like, hey, my friend, every time you see me, you want a drink? You want a drink? And I would think, why every time this guy sees me, he wants to drink with me, you know? I mean, I know he was just being cool. And there's a lot of people I drunk with out here. But it was the way he was coming on to me. Like, I didn't know. I don't drink anymore. That's a good thing. But I've drunk with other people. But guys, make a long story short, that's what happens. When you're out here in the Philippines, and this happens even more with women, okay? And you're gonna know right away. I've always been that type of guy, right? No matter where I am, usually when women come on too strong or their seduction is too strong, it's a red flag for me. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm like, I know I'm a handsome guy, but I'm not that handsome. You know, if a girl's just coming in, seducing you like that, it's like, okay, something's wrong. You know, I always think like that. You know, you never know. So it's the same thing, guys. When you're out here, it's common sense, really, but still, a lot of times, I've said it in other videos, common sense and not all that common. Because what'll happen is, you'll be here in the Philippines, and you'll get approached, and it won't be bad most of the time. I'm not saying for you to ignore every approach, but still, you need to be careful. Say if you know the guy, say if you live in the area, or say you stayed in the area for like 2 weeks to a month, and then you're like, okay, you see the guy all the time, you know, but still tread lightly, because you never know. You never know. These things happen in the Philippines, and it won't be a situation where you'll feel unsafe, but a lot of times you won't realize you're unsafe until it's too late. You won't realize you're in danger until it's too late, until it's happened already. And then you're the same guy, like what happened to this guy, it happened to his friend. You're that same guy that is giving a report about it. That's usually when it's too late. But then the only sad thing is, imagine someone gives you something and you don't live. Because this here was with Ativan, right? Imagine they give you Ativan and it reacts and you're already taking medicine or something and you have a bad reaction, right? Because you felt everything was okay. And guys, once again, I'm not saying you need to be extra cautious in the Philippines. Be smart, you know, don't be dealing with people you don't really know. And Filipinos are so welcoming. You're gonna find a lot of Filipinos that will never do anything to you, that will give you the shirt off your back. But still, guys, that 2% of people out there. Yeah, guys, so that's it. Now, guys, like I said before, I said it in the beginning of the video, the Philippines actually is very safe. It's probably, and I'm saying this, and this is for Filipino, and it's true because I'm staying here. It's probably much safer than where you are now, where you are in the world now. Like, it's definitely safer than most major cities in America, probably in UK, okay, probably all around the world. Not everyone, but a lot of them. Because in the Philippines, you know, Filipinos are just happy to be around you. So for the most part, you don't have to worry about anything, guys. You don't have to worry about anything. All I'm saying, head on a swivel, stay on your square, and don't be fooled by the sunshine and rainbows. Because yes, see, look at this, guys. It's beautiful out here. Beautiful woman. Tons of beautiful women. Tons of beautiful places to go. Tons of islands. You see all the islands behind me. Look, guys, look at all those islands back there. Each island is a separate name. You know, I can go explore that one, that one, that one. And that's part of the 7,640 islands. I'm looking at probably 10 of them right now. It's the Philippines. But don't get wrapped up in it. But for the most part, there's nothing to be worried about. Just make sure you're aware everywhere you go in the world. Same thing for Thailand. Same thing for Malaysia. Same thing for Vietnam, okay? It's the same all over. So it's not just the Philippines. Really, I would do a big travel advisory to say when you're traveling, but still, I make content for you guys in the Philippines. So that's why I talk about the Philippines and I say the Philippines, but it's true. There's actually articles on this stuff, and it happened. There's articles, there's videos on it. You guys, a lot of you guys probably done the research, but it actually happened here. And it's called the Appian gang scam, okay? It happened here, and it can still happen. These things don't die, they're still active, okay? You guys been going for 2 years. You're coming back now. You think these guys are sitting there like, it's time? Because it's not the 98%, it's the 2%. It's kind of like, it was a saying too before, right? It's two people that know everything that's happening around. A good cop and a good criminal, okay? A good cop and a good criminal knows everything happening around in society. That's the two people that's most aware of everything happening, okay? And in a way, you have to kind of be like both of them. You have to be that good investigator, and you have to be the good criminal. Of course, you're not a criminal. You know, I see things, and I'm not saying that you're gonna be like that, but you gotta bring that side out of you to where it's like, not to where you're nervous too. You gotta kind of sense it like a dog. You see that dog right there? That's a little poodle though. That's a poodle. A little dog back there in the background. We're gonna zoom in on him. He's been barking the whole time I've been here. That's my guy. K got him tamed. But
I said shut up. Stop.
K told him to shut up, but not like him. You know, you got to be that Rottweiler, that pit bull, that German Shepherd. You know, be able to sniff out a situation like the drug sniffing dogs. You got to be like that, and it's not just here; it's everywhere. The Philippines is not going to be the final destination for a lot of you guys. Like even for me, like when I came to the Philippines, I still traveled around. So every country I'm in, especially in Thailand, okay? Especially in Thailand. They got, like in Thailand is one of the things where they have so many things against foreigners out there. It's worse. It's worse, especially for women, you know, that are traveling. But yeah, in the Philippines, it's like that too. You have certain people that are out here. Just be aware, guys. Don't be out here like this. Oh, you want me to go to your home? Okay. Let's go. I'm going with them. Don't be that guy. Because a lot of times it happens. It doesn't happen all the time, but I'm sure it happens at least when a country was open, at least once a year. Don't be that once. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out my other content. And you're now watching Black Filipino TV. See you next video. Peace out.